I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
God, what a voice. Not this guy, that guy. Man, it's May 12th, 2021, boys and girls. Hope you're all doing well.
What a wonderful world.
This what a wonderful somewhere in there from the diaphragm. Oh my god, it is a wonderful world though, man. It's good to be alive. Jeez Louise.
I see trees.
It's so hard to do it. Oh my god. That's funny, dude. I can't stop.
I see trees.
Forget it, dude. Forget it. We tried. All right. It sounded way better. It sounded way better in my head. Welcome back, everybody. It's Wednesday, May 12th, 2021. Here we are. Doing it. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome back. It's another so production. Glad you made it. Welcome back. Oh, good to be alive. Let's get a sip of that bad boy. Man, oh man. Man, oh woman. Hope you're all safe and sound wherever you are. What an interesting time to be alive. It's both again. What have we said here before? It's the best of times, sometimes it's the worst of times, but most of the times it's somewhere in that medium happy, dude. It's so 50-50, right down the middle. Most of the time in a gray zone. That's what I'm talking about, baby boy, baby girl. Everything Irie, baby got it. Everything Irie. Everything is Irie. That's right. That's right. We're here to take care of each other. I got your back, you got my back. Thank you very much for coming along the journey, letting me be a part of yours. It's been so long that we've been together, but it's also just the beginning. Because this right here, this is the slow cooker. This is the slow burn, dude. This is just the beginning. I mean, talking about baby steps. Talking about practice and baby steps. One step at a time, one day at a time. Trying to make it better. And it's alright sometimes, sometimes you just gotta roll with it, Just gotta roll with it. Been thinking about, it's how do you cut down on emissions? How do you, save the planet? Dude, why don't we utilize modes of transportation? I got an idea. Thinking ants. Thinking chariots with ants, dude. Just go faster, but like, I don't know how many ants it'll take for a person to get uplifted for mobility purposes, but it looks like, I think we'll be, you gotta think outside the box, and I think they'll enjoy it. I've seen them picking up things that are like 2-3 times bigger than themselves. Strong, dude. Wonder which gym they go to. Wonder if they're juicing. But yeah, just chariots and then ride them along with ants. Yeah. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Whoosh. I guess you wouldn't be able to whip him as hard as you would whip a larger animal, like we used to whip horses and other animals that we used to, whip. Not good to whip animals, but it's yeehaw, baby, come on. We're riding ant chariots. Don't rain on my parade. You know what I'm saying? Wonder how many, because like we go by horsepowers. I wonder how many ant powers it'll take for us to like really get it going. Roll around with tiny little ants on the bottom of your feet. Yeah. Or something, dude. They like lifting heavy objects, low on emissions. plenty of ants to go around. They look like they're always looking for work. They're always keeping busy. They're really, and like if one of them falls down, have you ever seen an ant take one for the team? Yeah, I've been in a few situations where I've come across a gang of ants, dude, and sometimes it's like, I know we're all supposed to be sharing a space and all that stuff, but I had to, and I don't like doing this, but a couple of times this has happened, and they ganged up on me, and I had to take a couple of them out. And I don't know if you've done this before. Like one time it was in Cuba, one time it was here in Toronto. But the message is that, I had to take a couple of ants out, and all of a sudden I see the other ones coming in from the woodworks, and they had little ambulances. They drove up with their whips, emergency, emergency, move out the way. They did all that thing, and then what they do is they'll pick up the other dude and put him on like a little bed, and they'll put him on in the truck, get the lights going, they'll take him back. And yeah, as soon as there is, that one rolls back into the woods, the other ones start coming out. It's a whole system, but that's the thing, there's a lot of them, and let's use them. Again, great for the environment, creating jobs, and yeah, just incorporating everything. Food for thought. Food for thought. Man, I love that coffee. That's so good. Hope you guys are all doing well wherever you are. Just reading in the online news articles that pop up. I look for things that are a little bit interesting, a little bit, I came across this article, dude. We're now apparently using AIDS to aid babies. AIDS to the rescue. That's what it is, man. Back in the day, everybody used to, back in the 80s, everybody used to be fearful of AIDS. Oh, make sure you don't catch AIDS. And now it's like we're using these viruses as a means to, some babies come out into the world and they don't have a sufficient immune system. So what the doctors and the researchers and the scientists, the men and the women working in the field, they're experimenting, and apparently it paid off. So they're just giving a little tiny dose, and that's the thing, you don't want too much AIDS. You want tiny, and that's a little bit of everything to find balance. But that was the thing back in the day when it just came out. Everybody was like, "Oh, make sure you don't catch AIDS." I wasn't around back in the heyday of AIDS, but I did grow up with the knowledge of AIDS, knowing what it was. But now it's helpful. Now it's really growing into itself. AIDS, you're supposed to be helpful, dude. It's in your name. So it's aiding around. And it's nice to see us doing that reverse jujitsu, giving it back, taking the power, giving it back. Or something, dude. I don't know. But I wonder if that'll be the case maybe with Schmovid in a few years. Maybe we'll come across something and it'll be maybe a little bit of Schmovid will help. That's how it is, right? That's how we'll create a little virus, they'll create different variants of the SARS virus in this lab and that lab, and then, oops, 3 days, leaks out, and then all of a sudden you gotta go back, retrace your steps. Who did it? Was it you? Was it me? I don't know, we're all in this together. But, let a couple of genies out the bottle, and the next thing you gotta deal with it. We all gotta deal with it. So that's what that is. But it made me happy. It's good for the babies. AIDS is good for the babies. Some babies. Not all babies. Some babies. But that's the thing. I wonder in the future, maybe Schmovid will be it'll become I don't know, maybe it'll evolve to a house party drug. I don't know. You roll up to your homie's crib and everybody's somebody's bringing alcohol, somebody's bringing a little bit of weed, somebody's bringing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You don't know what it's like the potluck of substances. And you don't want to just bring the same old. And it's been a few years. You want to do something that's inclusive, that's available to everybody, and it's maybe that's, I don't know where I'm going with that, but maybe that'll become a thing. Maybe we'll have parties and like somebody will bring like a little, little powdered form of schmovit, and you just go take a sniff of that, and then ooh wee, feel a little bit, lightheaded, maybe cough a couple of times, you know, blood sugar levels fluctuating all of a sudden. So many different things. I don't know. I'm just saying things evolve. And all I'm saying is there is light at the end of the tunnel. It may seem dire at times, but hey man, things evolve. We'll get the hang of it. It's just let's get down to the bottom of this thing. I don't know what thing. I don't know what thing, dude. Who cares? Who cares? Let's just stay focused and do positive things. That's what I'm telling myself. That's what I'd like everybody else to do. Go after your dreams, boys and girls, whatever they may be. Focus on positive things. You know what I'm saying? And it's so easy. And most of the people, like 99% of people, are doing positive things. Most people are really good people. That's what I see. And most people try. Most people are trying every day. They're trying. That's what I see. And then there's some people who are, there's always the anomalies doing their sometimes contradictory things to humanity or for but at the end of the day, I'm so hopeful and I'm such an optimist. At the end of the day, I'm despite all the stuff that's going on. I know a lot of things going on in the world that make you question life, that make you question humanity. It's like, what are we doing here? Why does the same thing keep happening for decades and centuries, and it's been ongoing? Some things, I don't know. Why don't we just press a reset on everybody? Just chill. Everybody just calm down. All right. No need to panic here. Relax. It's fine. But I'm really optimistic. I see change in attitudes. I see different discussions. I do see people waking up to the sense that we do need to be more lenient with each other. We need to sit down and really hear each other out. We need to have better conversations. And I do believe most people are like that. Most people are level-headed, and they've got, it's easy to be duped sometimes, but that's the thing. It's all right. It's okay to realize sometimes you may be led down a different path and then change your mind. It's okay to change your mind. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's what I'm doing every day. Assessing myself, assessing the situation, trying to do better. That's what I'm saying. Life is really good, and we can all contribute to each other's well-being by just being a little bit more accommodating, a little bit more understanding, a little bit nicer. You know what I'm saying? A little bit less territorial, a little bit less tribal, and most people are wanting to strive for that. I see it because there's just like one human race. It's just one earth that we're all sharing. What's the point of fighting, guys? What's the point of fighting? Seriously, all that energy wasted. Most people are good. Most people are doing really good things. But at the same time, we could be making improvements, right? We could be making improvements. And one thing that I'd like to see, take effect, one thing that I'd like to see politicians, especially here in Canada, you guys, I'm a very patient person. I try to be understanding as much as I can. I try to take everything into consideration. I am a little bit, disappointed in the overall governance in Canada. And yeah, we're really not doing the best we can. And it seems like it's the same rhetoric still. Lock it down. And it's too much. It's too much, and it's gotten out of hand. People are really hurting out there, despite the fact that there's so many beautiful things happening. I do see still a ton of people hurt, and rightly so, man. It's been a rough year, and it's continuing to. We're not shifting along with the times now. Maybe our initial steps taken to the precautionary measures. So we were worried about the numbers. We were worried about the severity of the virus and all that, but now it seems like we're still acting on fear. We're still acting on hysteria. most people are really ready to go, but it's just I do feel like, again, this comes from the top down. You know, this comes from the top down, and locking things down doesn't work because really it's taking a toll on people's mental health, on people's financial health, on people's overall well-being, and everybody, whoever I'm in contact with, friends, family, whoever, acquaintances, I see it. Everybody's doing their best to keep morale up and at 'em, I guess, up and going, you know what I mean? But like there are times where everybody, and that's the thing, that's why I feel like it's just we need to be more understanding and we need to cater to each other better. And the governments are just, you know, I'm specifically talking right now about like Canada, Ontario. There was a pastor and recently in Alberta who got arrested because he was holding service and people were willing to attend service, and it's a shame that we're doing certain things that we fought so hard against, you know, the activities that we're engaging in, the policing, the overall divisiveness that we're creating in our society is not good, man, not good. And I think, and again, I'm not saying anything to like pinpoint blame, or it's not an easy situation. I get it. But that's exactly right. It's not an easy situation. It's a very complex situation, but we're still going about and applying one simple remedy: lock it down. How many businesses have closed down? A ton. Do you know how many units I see that are emptied out in apartment buildings in Toronto because people have moved out of the city because of gentrification, because they can no longer afford to pay their rents? The number of people committing suicide, the number of children getting, you know, abused at home, number of children not succeeding in school. What a terrible year it's been for schooling. Jeez Louise. For the kids, man, I feel for the kids. The little ones right now must be feeling it, and yeah, my heart goes out. Let's take all these things into consideration and let's open it up. And again, if you need to go get vaccinated, you should be able to go get vaccinated. If you don't want to go get vaccinated, that is your human right to dictate and decide for yourself what you put into your body and what you don't put into your body. We should very much be aware of the fact that we're really crossing some boundaries, and it's nice to see us come out at the end and really like do the best we can, preserve everybody's rights, preserve everybody's freedoms, freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom over your own body, freedom to practice your life as best as you can, to be the best version of yourself, freedom to be the best version of yourself. And there's a huge hindrance on that. Don't go here, don't attend a gym class, don't go to an AA meeting, don't go to a restaurant, don't go to a comedy club, don't be in touch with each other, don't be in contact. It's horrible, and we need to end it. We need to come together, not pinpoint, not point fingers, don't scapegoat. We're all in it together, but really for the greater good, we should open things up. Canada is not acting accordingly, the government is not acting accordingly, and people are tired. There are protests every week in Toronto. That's at least I can say for sure in Toronto because I live here. I'm sure it goes down in other places as well. It's all over the internet. And there should be, we should just combine everything, put our resources. I've been hearing so many people getting ticketed for breaking COVID rules, and it's like, really, this is what we're putting our emergency services and our 911 staff members, this is the use that we're getting to go attend parties and give tickets out to people who have been cooped up for more than over a year. This is what we're doing with our resources. This is how we're making money. Really? Instead of focusing on what really matters, we're just like, stuck doing the same old thing. It's like, come on guys, let's change gears. Let's not make this go long, because right now, if we keep doing this, we should start to come up with new ways for this new decade, the 2020 till 2030. Because if this keeps going, we will definitely go into a depression if we're already not in one. And we need to come up with a new name, because it can't be the Great Depression. We got to come up with a better name, because, the first time was great, but this time's going to be even better. Maybe the best depression. The most depressed. The bestest depression ever. You got to come up with a new name. If we're going to continue this thing, then everybody, we're going to have to. Yeah, I was just looking online at pictures of the Great Depression, and man, some similarities you find. Very, very, very eerie, very alarming in the pictures. Reminiscent sometimes of what I see right now. Not to the extent, because it's gotten better. Obviously, we have improved so much, but that doesn't mean people aren't hurting. That doesn't mean there aren't a lot of people that are in need of assistance. And the only thing we're doing right now, we're turning our backs on each other, essentially. That's what it is. We're turning our backs on each other. And we're telling each other that, yeah, people have got cooties, dude. Don't go near this, don't go near that. Stay away, don't. Yeah. Really putting up a barrier in front of us, really, as if people, and even that's the thing, man. I remember people were so accepting before in terms of being in contact and helping each other out, and right now there's still people want to do it, but there's that fear that's been instilled in our head that you should stay away, you should not do things. I don't care for until I'm alive. If I see anybody in need of help, if I can help, I will help. I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to treat each other that way. To put that space between us and be this portion of the population, because that's what will happen, down the line if we keep digging our heel into this. And it's really time to turn things around. And there is definitely places where I see hope. States in the U.S., Texas, Florida. Thank you guys for demonstrating that it can be done in a different way. Thank you guys for doing things differently. Thank you for being an alternative. Because right here in Canada, I am, as much as I love my nation, as much as I love my city, my home, we are falling short. We're falling short of leadership. We're falling short of proper conduct. We're falling short in a lot of aspects. And we've got a ton of potential. That's why I'm sometimes irritated. But at the end of the day, I'm very patient, and I'll know at the end of the day that everything will work out, because my hope is in the current generation, which I'm a part of, and the younger generation coming up, and also looking to generations who've got a little bit more experience under their belt. I'm also looking for guidance from everybody, just everybody helping one another out, and I have a ton of hope. But that's the thing, we need to really open up our eyes. We need to really, really battle these things from their root. The root of all of this is things that we always, we have to go back and fix these things. Housing, poverty. These things are a root cause of a lot of our problems. If everybody had a safe haven to go to at the end of the day, when they finish their day, or if everybody had and that's the thing, we have all the resources, we have all the amenities, but we keep on acting on fear and greed. We keep acting on fear and greed. And there's so much to go around and help everybody, and that'll be better off in the long term anyway, because the amount of resources we spend on criminalizing drugs, fighting this, fighting that, putting people in prisons, it's such a deterrent, it's such a impediment to our growth that we're going to be looking back, generations from now are going to be looking back and asking questions as to why we've been conducting ourselves during this time, given our circumstances, because we have so much knowledge, we have so much resources, we have so much at our disposal, but we're still acting like greedy, selfish individuals at times. Most people who are on the ground doing great things are not like that, but there are a few, obviously, globally, who always want to strive to have their say, have their way of things. And it's like, man, we can have it all. It doesn't mean that you should take away from somebody else to give to another. It just means let's loosen the bottleneck a little bit, or a lot, you know, because there's so much to go around. Notions of money really need to be tackled properly. We really need to adjust our views on how we're conducting ourselves, because what we're creating right now is just a large global society that's using this outdated system, this monetary system that's very, very outdated, and it's not beneficial to anybody. Only a few. When you look at it in the grand scheme of things, only a few people really, only maybe 1% of population really takes advantage of a financial economy or an ecosystem that's based on money. Only a few when you look at the grand scheme of things, and that's ridiculous. You want to have more winners in society, you want to have more people having their voices heard, you want to have healthier people. We've all heard that saying, hurt people hurt people. Why would we want to perpetuate a system where more people are getting disenfranchised, marginalized, ostracized, all over the place? So many children losing their homes, so many people dying of famine, so many people dying of insufficient resources. And it's not because we don't have enough. Literally, we have more than we can wish for. It's just, again, because maybe because we're at our infancy or adolescent stage in terms of where we're at as a global species, as one. Maybe that's the reason. We need to have more foresight. We need to have more foresight and really look into the future, man. It shouldn't just be about us and now and getting the bag for me and my family. That's not the way it works. That's not the way to maintain a healthy organism. You'd want, and that's the thing, we're always going to be as best as our weakest link. That's reality. We're only as best as our weakest link, and globally speaking, and then you can narrow that down, you know, to your country, to your own little locality and we're only as good as our weakest links, and we need to help each other get uplifted. We need to help everybody feel a little bit stable. Why is there so much anxiety? Why is there so much depression? Why is there so much drug overdoses? Why is there so much domestic abuse? Why is there so much violence, this, that, and the other? And it's all because like people are hungry, people are starving, people are tired and stuck in a autopilot mode. But luckily, the bright side of this is, again, it pushed us, all of us, to kind of slow things down, pump the brakes, and question things. We can definitely hit a reset button. We can definitely have conversations as how to move forward. But the old way definitely is not working. It's the reason why we got here. Politics need to be. There needs to be a separation between politics and money and lobbyists and interest groups. There needs to be, you know, we need to lessen corruption. We need to lessen it. And it's not to say that, again, we're not striving for no utopia here. That's insane, okay? We're just trying to make it better. We're just trying to make adjustments and make it better. Ethical capitalism is very much something that we can strive for and achieve. And I see it. I see so many people having changed their mindset. Nobody wants to do the dog-eat-dog world, the grind, the hustle and grind, always the grind. That's what got us here. You know, you want to continue. Decriminalize drugs. Give access to better health care. Free or lower free education or more affordable education. At this point, the amount of debt that we've accumulated for student loans, the amount of debt that people have accumulated over mortgages, what a predatory field that is. Buying homes, the predatory lending that got us in the 2008 crash, and so much. It's just like we keep wanting that easy money because everybody wants to get their bag, get as much as they can for themselves, make sure that they're safe and secure, and as long as they got theirs, that's the way we've created this game. And we can change it. We can change it anytime when we can change it today. We can change it together, and I think a lot of people are realizing that, and I'm very happy to see that. And we do need everybody's assistance. We need proper government officials who get in there, who want to do the job, who really care for people, who are not. There should be better assessments of who gets into power positions, who gets into public, and we need to really readjust our positions, because this is a big wake-up call for us to gather ourselves and do things better. And we definitely have so much potential to do things better. Boys and girls, thank you very much for all your love and support, man. It's so nice to just come in here and speak with you guys, listen to you guys outside, inside, everywhere, man. I'm always trying to find new things, new voices, new people, and if anything's interesting to me, I'll definitely share it with you guys. If it just takes each person doing a little bit, that's all it takes. We shouldn't put too much of, that's the mentality before was like, oh, we should always just, sit back and wait for a superhuman or a superpower to come and say. It's like, no, man, if everybody just did a little bit, if everybody just pitched in a little bit, and we can all pitch in a little bit, and that's all there is. Take the pressure off, because once you spread that pressure amongst everybody evenly, man, it's going to be so easy to live. We can do it. We got this, boys and girls, ladies and gents. If you like these videos, share them. Go ahead and share them. Like it on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube by searching Rob Sadri. Right now, I don't have my own personalized link. Like, I can't tell you to go like www./ or whatever, youtube.com/Rob Sadri. I still don't have that personal link, because I still don't have as many followers, and everything's on the followers and the numbers and the digits, and those things are evolving and shifting as well. But now it's you'd have to actually search to see the full length videos, but that's an option as well. And if you really want to support your boy, check out Patreon. If there's anything you'd like, me to do with you, for you, there's always a collaborative section. Go ahead and read it out. Try things out. Do whatever you want to do. And if you want to just view these videos and make yourself feel good, do that as well. It's just a ton of things you could be doing. And yeah, if you want to help out your boy, there's a million different ways. And I'll definitely try to help and assist as many people along the way as I can as well. We'll be back here on Friday and Saturday. It's starting to warm up. It's finally starting to warm up here, so we'll definitely be hopefully getting out there and doing some outdoor activities, doing some fun things in and around the city. We'll see what happens, but we're taking it day by day. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, thank you again for all the love and support. Go after it, whatever it is, but keep that balance. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. All right? And we'll see each other very soon. Stay safe out there. Peace out.